I'm Doug Bodock, and welcome to the video song lesson for Live Wire by Motley Crue. This one's in the key of A minor, but we're tuned down a whole step, so I'm going to give you some notes to tune up to. I've got an amp dialed up here with a full dose of distortion, so if you want to get that, I've also got a guitar with a humbucking pickup just to give it that fat sound. That's what we're using for tone. Here's your starting notes. The E is tuned down to a D. Actually, all these notes can be tuned down a whole step. So now the A is tuned down to a G. Fourth string D is tuned down to C. Third string G tuned down to an F. Second string B tuned down to an A. And finally the first string E tuned down to a D. There you go, we're all tuned up. Let's take a look at the intro. So starting off here, we've really got two chord shapes we're dealing with. The first is going to be a first finger bar at the 5th fret, 3rd and 4th strings. That's going to be implying A minor 7, and then we're going to move that up to imply a D, the 3rd finger bar there. So other than that, we're doing some palm muting on the open A. There's going to be some harmonics coming up on the 7th and 5th frets, and then a quick little riff at the end. So let me play through the intro up to speed, and then we'll play through it slowly. All right, so playing through it slowly. Again, we're grabbing this with the first finger bar, palm mute, again, palm mute. Here we strum, and those muted strums in the middle there. Mute. So we're getting that mute by just kind of laying our fingers across the strings, getting that scratchy sound. You can see I'm doing alternate strokes there, so down, up, down, up. And right before we started again, we've got a quick palm mute on the A. And back to the riff. So let's take it again, from the top. Harmonics. So we're starting off on the 7th fret there, 3rd string, and then the 4th string. So back to 3, and then 5th fret. 5th fret's a little harder to get. When you're getting these harmonics, make sure you're using the light touch. And don't hold out on the string too long. Then if you move your hand a little bit, it deadens them. So try to hit off the string real quick. And then really keep your hand in that position because we're going to grab that 5th fret again. So from the harmonics, the first finger's right there to grab that again. So one more time from those harmonics, we'll move on then. Riff. And that's straight out of a blues scale. So bending up. Down with the first finger. And for that first note, we're going to grab that with the 3rd finger because it kind of puts us in position there. Otherwise, it would be a clumsy move to go. So my take on that is that we grab that with the third finger and then back into our regular position once we get to the open palm muting. So it would look like this. Now we're back into position. That's going to continue on for the verse. Let's go over that riff one more time at the end. Bend up on the 7. All right, let's play this entire intro at a slow pace here. Try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the verse, we're going to continue with that same idea that we started in the intro, just adding a few different riffs. So now continuing on, we're going to keep that same theme. But now we're doing something different here. So what's happening there in between those palm mutes is... So it's all with a bar, third finger bar. Got a muted note in there. Bar, and then bar down on the next lower set of strings. So again, one more time. Just make sure you get that quick little mute in there by lifting up. Mute. Same thing. Now a little something different here. Taking an E5 and an F5 from the open A string, so it's coming from this riff. Up one fret there. Quick riff. So let's go over those riffs. One time a little slower. And then up to the G5. Same riff, just moved up 2 frets. And chop off an A chord there, A5. So one more time coming from the E5. Comes the riff. G5. So the riff moved up. We chop that off pretty quick. All right, so let me play through this up to speed just so you get a feel for it, and then we'll go through it slowly again. Here it is up to speed. All right, let's go through it one more time slowly now. Should get those palm mutes. the verse. Now for the chorus, we're going to play what's going to look like some reversed power chords or inverted power chords. So instead of playing like this, it'll be like that. A little different sound. Those are actually third intervals. So we're going to play those along with that open A that we kind of did in the verse and in the intro. And then that chorus is going to take us into the interlude, which is kind of a recap of the intro. Let's check it out. So here's a closer look at those inverted power chords, as we called them. Really just third intervals. Minor thirds. And we're just moving them up. In between that, we're throwing in some palm mutes. Palm mutes are clean. Make sure these chords are sounding clean. Be careful not to play with too much of a flat and third finger. That'll get in the way of hearing that fourth or third string. So that's going to go on. That's the whole chorus. And then we get to the interlude, the last time through here. This time we do a pinch harmonic on that. So pinch harmonic, remember, playing with the side of the pick, which a lot of times when you explain it that way, it makes it seem like you're getting that sound just from playing on the side of the pick. But what's really happening is that you're picking the note, and the note is then bouncing against the flesh of your thumb to produce that harmonic. It's kind of like if this was my thumb, that's how you're getting that harmonic. So it really is more of a flesh thing than the pick. So if you just pick with the side there, you get kind of a chirpy tone, but you're not going to get that true pinch harmonic. Flesh must be involved in that. So it's the same riff we played before, just with a pinch harmonic. And then move around the area here, around your pickups. You'll find where those harmonics jump out. You'll get different ones at different locations. Remember, we're grabbing that one with the third finger because we do that riff coming down. Back to position. Same riff. This is different. So what's happening there, we do a bend. Huge bend on that. And that's easy to get because we are tuned down a whole step. So that string is rather loose. So you can see it's kind of flopping around here. So bending it up 2.5 steps. So our goal note here is not hard to get. If that was tuned standard, it would be a little more tricky. And obviously we're pulling that down because we can't push it up. We'll go right off the fretboard. So grab that support finger. And then we're back to our riff. Let's put it all together from the chorus, slowly. Comes the interlude. I mentioned that when I was doing it before, but that section we do release the palm mute. So after we do our first riff in the interlude here, palm mute. Now no palm mute. Back to palm mute. Let's try it a little faster from the chorus. Let's do it up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. No palm mute. Oh, missed that pinch harmonic. There you go. That's a big bend. The other thing I like to mention about this, as you start to play faster, make sure that you're starting to make smaller motions with the pick. We don't want to play it like this. It's a lot of wasted space. So if you're doing those fast palm mutes, really make small motions. You know, you just want to clear that string. When you watch a real good player with a good right hand, you'll notice that their hand hardly moves. You're not seeing this kind of movement. It's very economical. Not to the point of being tight. I mean, you don't want this like rigid like that. So keep everything loose. Make sure the hand is nice and loose. Shake it out. But think about making small motions there and just using the tip of the pick. You can see when I grab this, I don't have the pick, you know, like that where I'm holding way on the fat end. I'm choked up so that just a little bit of that pick is showing. Gives me more control. And be more efficient that way. So the chorus again. Those small motions. Nice and relaxed. So verse 2 and chorus 2 are going to be a repeat of what we played before. And that's going to bring us to an interlude and a bridge. Now for the interlude, the first part, we're going to kick on a flanger here. It gives it that kind of swirly, swooshy sound. So if you have a flanger, kick that on. We're going to use that for the first part of the intro. And then we're going to bring our volume down, play those same chords, with a little cleaner tone. The volume's going to clean it up a little bit. So let's take a look at the interlude and the bridge. So we're coming into this interlude here from a chorus. So it's the slide off of that, kick on the flange. And roll back the volume. So what's going on there? We're playing these, I'm going to turn off the flanger here so you can hear these chords a little better. That's the inverted A minor chord. And then a G5, an F5, and a G5. And in between that we're doing pick scrapes, which is just kind of moving your pick along the strings, the wound strings, so you get a scratchy sound. It will destroy your pick, by the way, too. So if you don't want to do that, or if you have an old pick, or if you got a ton of picks, no big deal. But it will destroy the pick. It's going to put little ridges in there. So sometimes guys will do it on that side of the pick so you don't actually destroy the part that you're playing with. But here it is once again. Kick the flanger back on. Pick scrape. Pick scrape. Pick scrape. We call these chords again. So A minor. Pick scrape. G5. Pick scrape. F5. Pick scrape. G5. And then we're rolling back our volume. Clean up that tone, turn off the flanger, and play the same chords. Should be a nice, clean tone. F5, F5. This time on the G5, roll up the volume, do a pick scrape. Then we're back into that chorus. So let's take it from the interlude. I actually play you from the chorus into it, kick on the flanger, and then we'll do that bridge. Here it is from the last part of the chorus. Kick on the flanger. Volume. And we're going to play that chorus. So that'll bring us to a third chorus, and that's going to be the same idea we played before. So we're just going to keep repeating that until we get to the outro, where we're going to add an octave riff and then end with kind of a recap of the intro, that same riff we played. And then we're going to do a couple stops with the band and then end with a brand new riff. So let's check that all out. So let me play through the outro here, and then I'll show you how you get into it. It's really just one measure repeated, and it's octaves. So in order to get these octaves shapes, we're going to be playing with the first finger kind of in a flattened state, so that we're not playing straight up. We don't want that middle note to ring. So flatten the first finger a little bit, and you can strum right through it. What's essentially happening is the first finger is blocking that string, making it a muted sound. So you still hear a mute, but it doesn't affect the tonality of it all. So those are the octave shapes, and we're just moving them around and grabbing an open note and back up. So it's going between 3, 2, open, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2. And it's pretty fast. So your goal is to keep this shape together, so that as you move around, it's a unit instead of going and trying to keep it together. That's the goal. Let's play through it slowly again. Keeps repeating. Let's try it a little faster. As you get faster at it, you'll probably start incorporating some alternate strokes. Just for the fast sections. For most of it, you can do downstrokes, but there'll be a couple that you'll probably want to do some quick alternate strokes. Here it is a little faster. Right there, and then we're going to go into this part. In between those, there's some drum fills like little cowbells or hi-hats and stuff. Same right there. Make sure those notes are being very chopped off. That last note is staccato, so you don't want that to ring. You don't want it to sound like this. Make sure it sounds like We'll repeat that. Again. Again. One more time. And the last time through, we don't do the palm mute anymore. So last time through, here it is. Palm mute, lift off. And that last riff. Again. Let's grab an A5 at the end there. So to get into this outro, think back to the outro to the octave shapes. We're taking it from a chorus. Until we get into it. It's just a little climb up on that A string. It starts. So I'm going to take it from the same spot in the chorus, last chorus, and then we'll get through the outro at a kind of a moderate tempo. Here we go, from the chorus, or from a section of the chorus. Here we go. Up. Staccato. Wait. Last time. And there you have it. That's Live Wire.